69.9 The Dig.
Evan in the Morning. Good morning, Dickopolis. Welcome to another edition of Evan in the Morning. I am, of course, Evan, and what a beautiful day we have here in the city. Today on the agenda, we have up-and-coming musician T-Bad making smash hit after hit, and also a shooting at Twin Falls State Park leaves 8 dead. But before we get to those topics, I'm going to send it over to Matt for traffic and weather. Matt, take it away.
Thank you, Evan, and hello, Dickopolis. This is Matt here with traffic and weather. Today, on I-95, an 18-wheeler flipped over. It's now blocking 2 lanes on the southbound side. You can expect about an hour delay. Investigators say this was due to 2 tire blowouts on the right side of the truck. You can also expect delays on the Dickopolis freeway as Monday morning traffic begins to move back into our great city. 20 to 40 minutes seems to be about the average right now. For all my train commuters, the addition of the new high-speed track on the westbound quarter line is delayed as police are investigating graffiti that has been plaguing the construction sites. But we have been assured that the track is on schedule to open later this month. As for the weather, today is looking great, and you know, Evan, I really have to throw this out there. It's just a great day to bring your kids to the park. High is 77 and a low of 69 with winds south to southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So we're looking at a cool breeze, some nice sunshine, the whole shebang. Your 5-day extended forecast. Tomorrow, sunny again with a high of 75. Be sure to soak up these last rays of sunshine as autumn is just around the corner. Wednesday, it's going to start cooling off. Cloudy with a high of 68 as the cold front starts coming down from the north that we've been tracking. Thursday, we're going to begin seeing some heavy clouds, chance of rain at 30% and a high of 65. And finally, Friday, rain at 80% chance and a high of 60. Looks like today and tomorrow are going to be our last great days of the summer. Back to you, Evan.
Well, thank you, Matt. Good to hear from you. Well, on the first bit of news today, up-and-coming producer T-Bad, as I said earlier, has been having a string of hits recently. He started in the underground scene with some crunkcore, and then he moved to industrial dubstep. And his recent hit, Damnation, is actually in the electro-pop house genre, which is quite a transition for this young producer. His previous attempts have not been welcomed as warmly, including Big Booty Bitches and the minor, how would I describe it, Western classical hit, Dueling Pianos in A minor. Well, I have a lot of opinions on this producer. I don't know about my cohorts in the studio, but I want to hear from everyone in Dickopolis about this guy because currently he has kidnapped the top spot on our top 10 list, and it's been playing in clubs. I've been hearing it on almost every radio station, and it's been getting some commercial play on TV too. So after a quick break, I'm going to get the phone listeners in, and we're going to see what y'all think, all right? But first, we're going to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
69.9 The Dig.
Tired of driving your children around because they're embarrassing you with their bad driving? Are you wondering why other kids seem to have such an easy time driving while your kids are still hitting shopping carts in the parking lot? You're scared that you'll still be driving your kids around even when they go and get jobs. Seriously, how are they going to make a good impression like that if you're still driving them and they're 27? And then when the rabbi asks you how little Jacob is doing with his driving and if he's as good as Daniel yet, and you have to say, no, he's still learning, Rabbi, because you're just scared, seriously, call 1-800-318-4036 and learn to drive in 3 easy lessons. Please, you better call. This airtime is very expensive. Really, please call. We could only do this once. I didn't even want to do it, but the rabbi told me that once was better than none. So seriously, call. And remember, the name, Goldblum. Goldblum's Driving School. Call us. Hey, stupid, do you know where your kids are?
'Cause I don't. This is Horace Action Jackson, you can call me, and quite frankly, I've had enough of you sheltering suburban mothers asking me to follow your stupid kids around, see if they're smoking pot after high school. I don't care. Serious cases only, private investigator. Call 1-800-520-1907 or stop by our offices located at 69 Dickopolis Avenue, lower side of Dickopolis. Please, serious cases only.
69.9 The Dig.
Now for our first news story of the day. Up-and-coming producer T-Bad is making a splash with his string of hits. A little bit of history. T-Bad started out in the underground industrial dubstep scene. Then he moved to more classical pieces such as dueling pianos in A minor. Now he's taken on the electro-pop house world by storm with his new hit Damnation. And I really want to hear what you guys, all my listeners, think about this guy, because I've been hearing his stuff everywhere. All over the radio, the internet, TV commercials. It's getting really big. So I'm going to take a couple of callers. First, it seems we have Gerald. And Gerald seems to have some strong opinions about T-Bad. Gerald, why don't you tell me what you think? Hello, Evan. I'm sick and tired of this industrial dubstep ruining my society. I remember when industrial dubstep and electro pop house used to mean something to America. Now it's being destroyed by these T-Bads. I don't even know what a T-Bad is. I have had enough. I do not want any of it. I am sick and tired. Oh, that is some strong words, Gerald. Are you an avid follower of this kind of scene? Oh, I've been, ever since 2011, I have been huge into this garage underground scene of electronic music. Oh, well, I'm glad you're engaging the community in such a way, Gerald, and we're really appreciative to have such a an avid listener of this genre, join us on our station today. Well, I'm glad to be here, Evan. Always glad to be of service. All right, well, I'm going to get to a couple of other callers, but thanks for calling in. Oh, thank you, Evan. All right, have a good day. Those were some heated words from Gerald, and our next caller, Clyde, has some different opinions to bring to the table. Hello, Clyde. Why don't you tell us what you think on this topic?
Yeah, okay. Don't listen to that old man that just called in. He's clearly senile. I've seen him around. He's just a bum that creeps around the underground scene from time to time. T-Bad has been pushing the musical paradigm to new levels. I mean, as a fellow producer myself, it's inspiring to see this guy topping the charts as well as doing his own thing in the underground scene. You just can't not respect that. I mean, the subtle nuances in his production. I've been listening to this guy since the first classic dubstep songs that he made. They just took my emotions and held them for ransom.
Wow, those were some strong words. Thank you, Clyde. I'm glad to have you on the show. All right, well, that's all the time we got for this topic, but we'll be right back after a commercial break for some more hard-hitting news on Evan in the Morning.
69.9 The Dig.
Hey, white man, are you tired of sitting at home watching soap operas? Come sit outside and watch Mother Earth instead. Here at Twin Falls State Park, you can experience the great outdoors. Visitor passes are $8, children for $6. Come see my brother, the eagle, and my cousin, the bear, from a respectful distance. Twin Falls State Park, where man and nature coalesce.
$69.9 The Dig.
And our next story on Evan in the Morning is quite a tragic one. 8 dead after a scuffle at Twin Falls State Park. Both police and apparent gang members are part of the casualties. And this is just such a tragedy. I mean, such young lives taken. I'm going to have to get a couple of callers' opinions in. First, we have Jacob, who claims to have been at the scene very shortly before the incident went down. So, Jacob, could you just tell us what happened?
Hello there, Evan. My name is Jacob. I was with my driving instructor, Mr. Goldblum, and, well, he kicked me out of his car, and I was at the fair. So I was walking around. I saw a really bad magician perform, and I was just kind of walking around looking for something to do, waiting for my mom to come pick me up, and I saw a couple very suspicious-looking figures walking around, and later heard the gunshots.
Did you get any specifics about these suspicious figures? Can you tell us anything more?
There was I remember a large Russian man, very very angry looking, with what looked like a drag queen. There was a boy with a skateboard, a cool kid, a creepy magician, really really creepy looking guy. I would not want to talk to him. And there was some Native American guy walking around too. I don't know what his deal was.
That's quite a motley crew of people there. Why don't you just take us through the night, step by step, through your eyes? What happened leading up to you finding out that something bad had gone down?
Leading up to it, well, like I said, Goldblum kicked me out of the car because he said my driving was bad, and I kind of wandered around the fair looking at the festivities. There was a magician performing. He was okay, except I think he had a little medical issue towards the end of his routine. I went over and got a corn dog, but I was allergic to something in it, and it gave me a lot of phlegm. And then I was walking back to the parking lot, and I saw these figures moving through the woods with their guns drawn, and I ran. I knew better than to get involved with that.
So, you heard about it later that something bad had gone down, that the shootings had occurred.
I heard the gunshots from the parking lot, and later in the news I saw the story.
And I assume the police, did you seek them out, tell them that you saw something?
I attempted to, but it seemed like they weren't interested in any witness testimonials. They said they had all the evidence they needed and that everything had been taken care of.
Apparently, they had either killed or arrested each of the suspicious figures that they had found in the woods. Jacob, why don't you tell me your view on such violence occurring? Because this is very uncommon for this sort of level of violence to occur. What is your take on it?
Well, I think that the real crime here is Mr. Goldblum's driving, and that really someone needs to give that man some kind of psychological help.
All right then, Jacob. Thank you very much for calling in, and we appreciate your thoughts here on Evan in the Morning. And we hope you stay listening.
It was a pleasure to be here.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
All right. It's time for Evan in the Morning's Fun Day Monday question, and today's query is, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? All right, looks like we got a caller on the line. It's Mr. A. Badon from Baytor. I've never heard of that. Must be a new development. Mr. A. Badon, what's your favorite flavor?
Well, it's Rocky Road, but Guy Hughes, I have your family, and if you ever want to see them again, meet me at...
Evan in the Morning. Well, that was weird. That sounded like a prank call if I ever heard one. What'd you think of that, Matt?
Freaky!
Well, I'm getting kind of tired of these prank calls, taking our radio station hostage. I mean, there's been so many of them recently. Well, that's all for today. I'll leave you on this weird note. Evan in the Morning. Stay tuned. I'll see you tomorrow.
69.9 The Dig.
Evan in the Morning.